Everybody calm down, just be cool. Be cool, everybody calm down, be cool. I don't want to alarm anybody. I hope everybody is currently wearing pants, be it khakis or dungarees, because Kyle's back. Everybody give it up for Kyle.
Hello. I've been revived because the queen has died, so I'm here again.
I was going to say, Kyle, the last time you were here...
I've been rejuvenated.
The last time you were here, the U.S. outlawed abortion and the Queen was alive. And now you're back and the U.S. has still outlawed abortion, but the Queen has died.
It's all those
How
souls.
have you been, pal? like in Dark Souls, you think she just drops souls? How many souls do you think her killing Princess Diana was worth?
That was definitely a weapon she got from that.
Oh, shit. That's how she learned how to fat roll? I think you were the one who told me there was a meme of the Queen, and it was like, how did you live such a long life? And it was like, don't piss me off and wear a seatbelt. I
don't think I sent you that one. I sent the one of, like,
no?
two guys, like, carrying, like, a big sword and, like, a weird club, and it's like, I think I fought those guys in Elden Ring.
Yeah, I did see that one. Good stuff, dude. I mean, not good the Queen's dead. I mean, RIP. I mean, depending on how you feel. I know the internet was quite divisive. The best... Hold on, let me see if I could find it, because we're going to talk about it. One of the best ones I saw was... Did you know that the Queen was, like, super into Wii bowling? As is everyone. Really? She had a gold Wii. Like, a gold Wii that was, like, made for... It's gold-plated. If I could find it, there's a picture of it behind me. R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth. Everyone needs to start buying test strips for fentanyl. This can't keep happening. That was the best one. Wow. That was by far the best one. Kyle, did you see the video of the guy dressed up as Ryder from San Andreas?
No.
I'm gonna have it on behind me because it's so good. The dude looks like Ryder. They're playing the song. I'll send it to you. I'll actually send it to you right now. I captioned it, just said straight busted. What's up? How you been? Welcome back. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Last I was here was a cookie.
That's right. What happened with that? What are you, a scone now? A biscuit?
Well,
are you recording? I just want to double check because it's been a minute since we've done this. Okay.
I had some surgery done. You know, I'm back in my body. Mm-hmm. There's a cure, but it's limited.
Really?
Yeah.
Is, like, the rest of the platoon good?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard anything back from Neo-Vietnam. It's been radio silent.
What about Bentley?
Again, don't know.
Really? Shit. I lent him, like, $50, and normally I don't lend people money. And I don't want to make a big deal about it.
Did you think it was me, or did you...
No. He just was like, can you slide me $50 till Friday? And I was like, bro, don't do this. He's like, come on, this and that. And I'm like, all right, chill.
You know the plane tickets to Neo-Vietnam's only like $49.
Yeah, I thought of that. I know. I was thinking about coming to fly out, but it's really...
Bentley probably went back.
It's so dangerous.
He probably took... And is going to end the war. And turn everything into a cookie.
Do you think he has that power? You think Sergeant Zero is going to allow that, though?
Nothing's going to stop Bentley.
Whatever. I'm not super worried. He said that he just needed groceries. Like, he said he was going to DoorDash himself a Little Caesars pizza.
He's going to DoorDash himself to Neo-Vietnam.
Kyle, the delivery fee on that would be astounding. No, but I hear you. I didn't think this went through. Don't worry about it. We're going to figure it out. We're going to get everything. I don't think he's going to end the war. I think, if anything, he's going to bring about, like, a second wave of war.
Well, we'll see.
Shit. I got to stop talking to him. I feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad. Like, he's like, oh, you don't know what it's like to be locked away for all the time, and then find out you have a secret evil step twin and this and that. And I'm like, whoa, bro, chill. I'm like, I get it. Things are tough all... Anyway, Kyle, what's going on, dude? There's some things I want to... Can I tell a quick story, and then we can talk about...
Sure, yeah.
Stabbing people. Just real quick, I thought this was funny. So I don't know if it's coming up on camera. I had to get blood work done. And if you don't know, this is how poisoned I am from Fallout. In a good way. A person who takes blood is called a phlebotomist. Did you know this, Kyle?
Did not know that.
So if someone like a specialty person that takes blood is called a phlebotomist. So if I go there and I get blood taken from me, does that make me a phlebotomite? Because the whole time I'm just sitting there going, take my blood, phlebotomite, like the whole time. Like, Kyle, I'm going to censor these names, but check this out. I go there and I hand the woman my insurance card, right?
Yeah.
And she sees the card and she goes, oh, cool, I remember this. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know what it is out here in Colorado because I'm from the East Coast, and on the East Coast my insurance is known by this name. And she goes, oh, where on the East are you from? And I go, Pennsylvania. And she goes, no shit, me too. And I go, where are you from? And she goes, and I went, what? I was like, what did you just say to me? And that's like 40 minutes from us.
Yeah.
And I freaked out and I was like, no way, I'm from this town. And I said the name and she goes, holy shit, I get my pickles from there when I go back. And I go, you've been there? And she goes, I love it. I always go to the... And I went, I used to work there. I was like, that was like my first real job. And then we sat there and talked about Pennsylvania for, I shit you not, half an hour.
Wow.
She was like just throwing words at me. Like, she brought up Wawa, Kyle. I almost cried. We talked about the gobbler. Kyle, we talked about the gobbler. The gobbler, son. What's more PA than the gobbler? Like, she brought up Scrabble.
I could just imagine you sitting there and it's just like opera music playing and you just hear a word and it's just like, you're just getting shot in the chair and you're like,
just like casually falling back. Yeah, dude, it was like this weird, like, as much as I hated being there, this is actually, I saw Frank last time, not the baby, last time I was home. I think I could say Frank. I saw him and he was like, I'm happy that you left because there's nothing here for kids. Like, it's nothing here for anybody your age. And I was like, Frank, there wasn't anything here until I left. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, my family's here.
I really hope you were like, Frank, I'm like 2,000 years old. What do you mean a kid? Like, I'm an immortal being.
Yeah. I was telling somebody that today that we had that joke that I was this immortal being that had like my life essence in a painting, and they were like, oh, like this thing, and they said it to me and I can't remember the name of it, but it's like apparently a trope or a story, like a short story or a movie.
It's like a kind of horror-ish movie. It's like I'm blanking on his name.
If you say it, I'll know it.
I know I'm blanking on his name though.
And I said the only other person in my friend group that was older than me was Alex, who's a vampire from the 1300s. But I've been around since, like, a very long time. Like, a very, very long time. I'm just old. Oh, and I found out today that I have arthritis on my spine,
really?
Kyle. Yeah, when I got my blood work, I also had to get an x-ray on my back. This just speaks to how old I am. My doctor, who is a man... Listen to this. He's a man who is from Africa. He's African, right? Which isn't crazy. Like, that's not the crazy part. He studied Mexican. He studied medicine in Italy, and now he's in Colorado. This dude has traveled a lot, right? So I hurt my back, which I said a couple episodes ago, if you're paying attention, following along. And he wanted me to get an x-ray on it, and I don't like doctors, but whatever. Not that I don't like them. It's not that I don't trust them. They're not the police. I just, doctors, they want to put things in me, and I don't... And he's like, you have arthritis on your spine. He's like, it's a little bit. I was like, what does that mean? Should I be worried? He's like, nah, it's just wear and tear. I'm like, okay, cool. My back's hurt pretty much every day since I was 11. But yeah, sorry. I just wanted to tell that the phlebotomite story. And then the woman was like from our neck of the woods. I thought, how crazy is that?
Dorian Gray.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Dorian Gray from Oscar Wilde's novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Yes.
Basically, he sells his soul basically to ensure that his body will never age, but the painting will always age and always will show his sins on the painting. But he'll stay immortal and beautiful. Like
physically show his sins?
Huh?
Like physically show his sins? No, it'll be like in the painting. What does that mean?
It will record his age and visually record every one of his sins.
No, I get that, but if he, like, say he kills a man, does it just say murder on the painting,
probably
or does
like
it show,
him
like...
with, like, a dagger with blood or a dead person behind him or something like that?
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, someone brought that up. I was like, that's what Kyle said. Kyle said that's me. Yeah. I'm old. By Oscar Wilde, really?
Mm-hmm.
So, Kyle.
Yes.
This is a very hard transition, but I know you want to talk about this, and I want to talk about this too, because I'm very interested in it, because it seems like it's becoming a tad more modern.
Okay.
you, my good man, are a big fan of Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed, right?
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay. Well, we have this month was their quote-unquote E3 event.
Oh? Months later?
Well, they announced it at E3 that they'll do like a big Assassin's Creed thing in September. Because it's 15 years since the first game.
Is it really?
Yep.
Holy shit.
And
Altair has never showed up again.
Yeah, correct. So they announced Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Which is?
This one is kind of like... Imagine a mix of like old school Prince of Persia and Aladdin, but in Baghdad.
Oh, fun. Okay, I'm into that.
Let me pull up my information.
This is Professor Kyle coming to you live from in the field.
Yes.
Kyle, we're getting... sorry, I was going to do a bit.
You do bit.
No, go. I feel like it's too hyped up now.
Yes, so it takes place in Baghdad.
Mm-hmm.
They showed a CGI trailer. They said it's not an RPG. They're going back to OG parkour, stealth, assassinations.
Good.
You play as a young Basim. Basim is a hidden one because we're a pre-assassin timeline still.
I thought it started in Egypt.
It will start... no, in Egypt they started, but they're called the Hidden Ones. They didn't get the title Assassin until Altair's time, where it takes actually, like... I don't remember what they were called, but, like, that's where they get the Assassin from. That's what they were called. They're, like, historically, is when that happens.
Where is Altair? It's after, like, it's after the
Third
death
Crusade.
of Christ, right? Which is... you gotta help me.
I don't know times.
I'm not... but it's AD, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to go to BC?
No, this is... let me look up. So...
It's like 4 AD.
Assassin's Creed was 1191 AD. Mirage will take place in 850 to 860 AD.
Oh, shit. Okay. Damn.
Yeah. This is also 10 years before Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because we meet Basim in Valhalla.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So this is...
See, I don't play these games, but I think the lore is very interesting.
It gets a little iffy these few last years, but it's good altogether. But, yeah, so that's a big thing, and it has just been dropping, like, news here or there about it. And such like that. Yeah. That's modern day stuff. We'll talk about that. But they had a...
Oh, so they're going modern?
No. There's a whole thing we'll talk about. But they also got an ES... Was it ES... What's the rating thing called?
ESRB?
ESRB of adult, by the way.
What?
Yeah, people were confused. And because this came from the Xbox website that they had that on.
Yeah.
And it said, like, nudity, blood and whatever, gore. And then it says something about, like, real gambling.
Oh,
and people were like,
dude, it's microtransactions.
Well, that's what people thought. People were like, microtransactions, stuff like that. But that wouldn't make that get an adult rating.
No, but I think it's an... Hear me out. I think it would be an AO rating if I can take real dollars... and put it into a gambling system that I can win real dollars back.
Yeah, that's what gave you that. But they clarified, they like tweeted out and clarified in like interviews, like there's no loot box in this, and that was a mistake. Like something messed up somewhere.
Yeah,
it doesn't feature gambling or loot boxes. They clarified, so something
I think
got a little weird on whoever was doing the ESRB rating for Xbox or something like that.
Huh. Well, I think it costs money to get your game rated, right? But I think if you want, you can appeal it and pay more and get it rated again. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
But I feel like I've heard that.
Not sure. But,
okay.
This is what they also said, too. They were doing interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ubisoft designed Basim's movements from scratch to deliver the feeling of him being an assassin instead of Viking. He will be faster and more flexible. In addition, the combat style system will be very far away from the Viking vibe, which is just a normal RPG fighting like the other three had.
Yeah.
Ubisoft said they are seriously trying to reach Unity's parkour level with Mirage. Unity probably had the
known
best
for being
parkour system.
Okay, cool. Which one was Unity?
Unity was the French one that everybody hated.
Oui, oui. Oui, oui. Bonne nuit. Puedo ir a baño.
Let's see.
I would like to play that, the French one.
It's good. It's co-op.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
you can just run around together.
Oh, you play as like brother and sister, right?
No, that's the London one. That's Syndicate. This one you just customize your guy and run around.
Hear me out, Kyle. I want to get your thoughts and or opinion on this one. Let's say Assassin's Creed hits the 20-year mark, right?
Okay.
And they're like, "Hey, we're done. Like, this is the last Assassin's Creed game, right?"
They have an ending planned out.
Do they? Okay, well, just hear me out. I think what they should do, totally my opinion, put all the games on one disc.
Now, we would talk about this.
Okay, cool. I call it like the Desmond collection or like the Animus
Well, it wouldn't make
collection
sense,
or some
Desmond, because he's dead and gone.
I know. Well, spoiler.
So
I told you that story,
how many
right?
years? If you haven't played it yet.
No, have I told that story on here about how Desmond dies?
I don't know. Maybe?
I don't know. Can I tell it quick?
Sure,
Sorry
yeah,
to cut you
yeah,
off. Let me just tell it real quick. So, which one does he die in? 3 or 4?
He dies.
Or Flag?
He dies in 3.
Okay, so this game's a decade old. Sorry if this is a spoiler for you, but this one kid that I used to ride the bus with, I don't think I've ever told the story here, but I know I've told the story before. This kid I used to ride the bus with, let's say his name was Jake, right? Jake's telling me how he loves Assassin's Creed. And 3 had just come out, and he said he hadn't got a chance to play it, but he was watching, like, the first 10 minutes of Assassin's Creed 3. And he's like, you get to play as a Native American, and there's boats, and there's the red coats, and there's this and that, and he's so excited. I'm like, oh, dude, it sucks what happens at the end. And he's like, what happens at the end? I was like, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's kind of whack, like, kind of like egging him on to get it out of him. And he's like, oh, dude, it's cool, just spoil it for me. I'm like, you sure, dude? If I spoil it from you, if I spoil it for you, it's whack, and you're gonna be upset. Like, you can't be angry at me. He's like, no, it's cool. Don't worry. I'm like, all right, well, Desmond dies. I had no clue that Desmond actually died. I just said this. I'm like, Desmond dies. He goes, no. And I said, that's not what's whack, dude. What's whack is what happens. He's like, what the? How? What happens? Now I got him. Like, I know I got my hook in him, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, he's in the Animus for hours and hours and hours, and he goes through the American Revolution, and like he's talking to these Frenchmen, and like he wants to leave the Animus, and the scientists are like, no, Desmond, get back. Or I'm sorry, he wants to stay in the Animus, but the scientists are like, no, Desmond, you got to get out. And he's like, no, we're so close. We're gonna get there. We're gonna unlock the secrets and this and that. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm using you, and like Kyle told me this. Kyle's the biggest Assassin's Creed fan on the planet. Like, he knows he wouldn't lie to me. This and that. Like, this dude has an encyclopedic. I was like, the way I know Fallout is the way Kyle knows Assassin's Creed. Right? Really selling it to him. And I'm getting into it, and I'm like hyping him up. And I was like, and then like after 18, 19, 20 hours in the Animus, the scientists pull him out, and they're like, Desmond, you have to stop. And he's like, fine. What am I going to do, right? So they put him in another room, and they're like, Desmond, sit here. We're going to go run some diagnostics. We're going to see how your blood levels changed from then because you were in there for too long. We're going to bring you lunch. And they're like, all right, cool. So he's sitting there, and he's like journaling about what he saw and what he's thinking. And the scientists come, and they give him this sandwich, and it's a nice sandwich. It's like this is all like turkey club. There's pickles and chips. Like, it's what you want. It's a nice hearty sandwich, something that you want after hours of not eating. Something's gonna fill you up. Something's gonna give you sustenance. And he takes a bite, and he's journaling. He takes another bite, and he's journaling. He takes a third or fourth or fifth bite, and all of a sudden he starts to cough, and he starts choking, and he's like choking on the sandwich. And eventually, you could see his face is starting to turn purple, and he's banging on the table, and he's trying to call for help, but he can't get up, and he can't move, and Desmond chokes to death on a sandwich. And this dude, Jake, bought it. He's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He's like, this is the worst thing I've ever heard. How do you end a game like that? I was like, dude, I don't know what Ubisoft is thinking. Totally believe it. Sorry. Continue.
I won't lie. Like, most of what you were just saying there kind of reminds me of the first game's ending.
Really?
Because it's you're being controlled by Abstergo, and the one scientist guy and the girl are trying. He's like, you got to find the apple, but it's also taking a toll on Desmond if he keeps like looking because of the bleeding effect. And then he gets locked into his room, and then he sees like blood all over the walls from the last subject.
I remember that.
So it's kind of not all for off with like an ending there, to be honest.
I did beat the first Assassin's Creed once, and I remember getting like the angel ending where you get this. I didn't collect all the flags, but I remember seeing it where you get to see the angels running out of Eden.
Angels.
Again, sorry for spoilers. Whatever they are, like the people
Adam
running.
and Eve.
There's like that. Yeah, whatever. Sorry,
No,
Kyle.
because like I think somebody else who you can bleep their name out. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Starts with a C.
I need more than that, Kyle. I'll just bleep names. You can say names. I'll bleep them. Which
R.
one? Yeah, okay.
I
okay.
think he
yeah,
mentioned to me, because I never played it yet, and he was saying something about angels and demons at the end. It's like...
Well, doesn't Assassin's Creed 2 end with like an angel telling you about like 2012 gonna happen or some shit?
Not an angel. That was Juno, one of the first civilization, which is a species that kind of enslaved humans a long time ago. They're basically humans, but they unlocked their sixth sense.
Oh.
So that's why...
Oh, they're Bruce Willis's.
Yeah, they're basically like all powerful and like have their all six senses. That's why like they enslaved humanity and stuff like that too.
Okay.
But they had technology to reach back in time, and they were like, "You're the prophet, Ezio and Desmond." That's why like it was mere minutes before they all died, but they're reaching back. They're reaching forward, but it's also them reaching. Yeah, it's weird, but yeah.
So what else is there? Sorry, what else is there?
There is a mobile game.
Whack.
A mobile game. They said it's open world.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I find it.
It's
open
Fall
world.
Guys? It's just Fall
Open
Guys.
world game for mobile devices. It will be set in 215 BCE China, and players will be able to create their own character.
Neat.
Called.
I might give it a go. It's free.
So far, they don't have names for any of this stuff. So this is just called
ideas.
Codename Jade.
Jade, cool.
Next,
I knew a Jade.
They talked about the Netflix show.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Netflix show. Is it animated or live action?
They announced 2 like 3 years ago, and it was one's live action, one's animated. But they said that they are working on a mobile app that will go with the show.
Neat.
But that's all they said.
Okay.
Next, we got a teaser.
Next.
For the new AAA game next Valhalla, per se, in that kind of RPG system.
Oh, okay.
Well, is their new flagship title, Open World RPG. It is called Codename Red, and it's set in feudal Japan. You play as a shinobi character.
Oh, assassin. Shit. So it's just, it's what's that game that Sly Cooper people made?
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima?
Insomniac. It's Ghost of Tsushima. It's Assassin's Creed of Tsushima.
People wanted this game very bad. They wanted a Japan setting. And I saw a lot of people going, and like people I watched going like, oh, too late, and then start comparing it to a completely different game.
Well, did you see the new, what's it called? At the PlayStation event. I just watched
the Ronin
Donkey
one?
video.
I like that. Because that was like...
The Like a Dragon.
Well, there's that, but then there's another one called something Ronin, where it's like...
I didn't see that.
It's modernizing, like, guns are being introduced in, like, modern stuff, but, like, you're, like, still trying to be a Ronin.
That's what the Like a Dragon looked like. It looked like campy...
Well, that's a Yakuza game.
Samurai movie. Yeah, but, like, he had a sword and a gun.
Right.
And, like, I'd like to see that. Like...
That was never...
Apparently the Like a Dragons are different from the Yakuza games.
Yeah, this one was never released in the West, they said. So they remade it, and then...
Oh, no shit.
So Codename Red, their next flagship. And then they said, this next one is a very different game. And they showed a trailer. And it's called Codename Hexe.
Hexe?
And the symbol... Did I ever show you this?
You might have.
I'll just send you it again so you can...
Please.
Take a look and just be like, oh, okay, now I see. Hexe in German is witch. And for listeners, the symbol is made out of like wood and like kind of like an effigy, like a witch's effigy, and
Neat.
it's the symbol.
Yeah,
and
neat.
behind it is, runes and like a pentagram,
Cult shit.
cult stuff, and like
Yeah.
somebody, because they said about the trailer has Easter eggs, so people went through, and it's German, a certain like German like symbolism and stuff like that, and it says like serve in the dark, assassins, their motto, and then it says something about Mephisto, save our home.
Okay.
And that's it. That's
Cool.
what they said, and that's exciting because like spooky Assassin's Creed, and
oh yes.
supposedly the person I follow on Twitter and stuff like that, they kind of like delve deep into like the ruins and stuff like that, and believe that it might take place in the German witch trials.
Neat.
So like Black Forest.
That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, speaking of the Black Forest, sorry, not to be that guy. I had a Black Forest chocolate cake when I was in Paris. Out of this fucking world. Sorry.
And then the next thing,
Super good.
the final thing, which I've been
Yes.
hearing rumors of, mixed rumors, because I don't know actually what it is. Those mixed rumors, is called Infinity.
Assassin's Creed Infinity?
It was so the mixed rumors that I was hearing is that it's a multiplayer online like service game. So that means it would change over time and like new things,
Yeah.
like story wise, new things will happen and stuff like that.
Sure.
Multiplayer. Next thing, it's also the new hub for future games.
Ooh. Oh, really?
So they came out and told about it. They said Assassin's Creed Project Infinity is not a game, but a hub that ties all games together. Ubisoft is also looking into bringing back standalone multiplayer experiences as well.
Ooh. This seems like a lot, Kyle.
And then they said that modern day from the rest of these games will be separate from history and will instead be told through Infinity. The way we tell the story will evolve with time. And they said we want people to have Infinity. We want people to have is Infinity is your animus. It is your DNA Explorer on your desktop. You're the main story character. So you played Black Flag.
Oh shit.
So you know about you played kind of like yourself going through Abstergo and working. They want to do that again.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't get super duper far, but I played
But
it.
you understand the premise of like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they said Assassin's Creed Infinity, the modern day will be removed from the games. It will have a dedicated space where it will live asynchronously, independently, but also concurrently with the various games. With Infinity, the modern day story
It's a
will go
lot.
back to having players as the present day protagonists. Having a dedicated space for modern day in Infinity, players that are not interested in it will be able to access the historical portions directly. But at the same time, the team will serve better the people who love Abstergo the Assassins, how this plays out, and gives them more content. As of now, it's not clear if modern day part of Infinity will be playable or not. When they asked, they said the hub will evolve with time. But yeah, that's kind of.
Kyle, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to shit on your hopes and dreams.
go ahead.
I want you to hear me out when I say this. This is a lot that they're promising.
See, it's
Like,
it's going to be a hub, so I can see it turning into.
no, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that's like 4 games you just told me about. There's
Mirage comes out
the
next year.
Baghdad one, which is Mirage is the Baghdad
Yes.
one. So it's Baghdad mobile game, TV show, the one that's like the Viking one, and now the hub.
Well, the
world.
Viking one's getting its last set of DLC at the end of this year, so that's wrapping
Okay.
up. They're not going to work on that anymore. The Japan one
I
is
know,
going to
but I'm
be
just
their next big AA. I don't know how long they've been working on. It's the people who made Odyssey, so it's probably been a while since Odyssey.
Which one was Odyssey?
The Greek mythology, like the very timeline-wise, the very first one.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Which was an Assassin's Creed game.
it wasn't.
The only thing that mattered was one of the DLCs. Because it was so far back in time that neither Assassins or Templars were ever a thing.
Okay.
I can see that coming next 2 years. And then whenever Infinity launches, Hexa, and then the Japan one.
Okay. That's a lot, though, bro.
Hey, they planned it out. So they're going to... That's their whole thing for, like, probably 5 years.
No, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, like, give it some time. It's a lot. It's a huge workload.
They have multiple studios, and each one are,
I know. Well, Kyle, I'm not trying to segue out of... Is that all you had to say? You want to say anything else? I'm not trying to segue out of it.
So the way I think it's going to work is kind of like Halo Master Chief Collection.
Master Chief? Yeah.
In a way. Like, you have a hub.
Yeah.
You can... I think it's going to play out as, like, oh, I want to buy Hex. Okay, I see that's the thing. Alex even mentioned it. He's like, what's going to happen with this version then? Like, I would assume that it would automatically be in the disc version that it will launch the Infinity Hub, and it'll just be there. You can play it. Like, that's the launch. It'll launch that up, and
no, I hear that. Yeah, but I don't... that's interesting. That's really, really interesting.
But I also wanted to show you something, too.
Please.
The guy who's playing Basm in Mirage is a fellow we know.
No way!
Mr. Agent Stone himself.
Agent Stone!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Yep. That's sick. That's really cool. That's cool, because he's a... What do you call it? He's an actually, like a... I don't... Can we say Middle Eastern anymore?
I'm not sure.
Basm ibn Ashad? Ashach? That's probably not. That's cool. That's awesome. I follow him. I didn't see that. Yep. Good for him. I like him as Agent Stone.
I do, so. He's very proud of it, too. Like,
yeah, he's always talking to fans on Twitter and stuff. I like Agent Stone. He's not the robots from the show, but the movie isn't the show. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he's cool. I like him. I think he's cool.
But yeah, that's...
I think he's a gay dude, too. Not that it matters. Not that it matters. It does not matter, Kyle.
It doesn't matter.
He happens to be a homosexual. Doesn't matter. Just point it out.
But yeah, that's it. Pretty much it. Oh, did you see?
Cool.
Hold on. They showed off the Rayman's Mario game.
Oh, the rabbits?
Yeah, so the next one. Yeah. And at the end, they're going through, and it's just like the top of their heads. And then you see Rayman's head, and it's like, Rayman as DLC. And it's like, oh, they'll never make another one, but they'll add him into as DLC.
Why aren't they ever making another one?
It's been like early PS4 days since the last Rayman game.
Really?
Yeah, it's a 2D side-scroller, and they kept freaking remastering it for the Switch and then like PS4 and stuff like that. Yeah,
I've never heard a bad thing about it. I've never heard a bad thing about it.
I haven't either, but it's just they don't care about Rayman. They just like Rabbids because it makes money.
Yeah, but they don't care about... It's a minion. They don't care about... what do you call it? Either Sly Cooper or Spyro or Crash or all of these legacy titles. We got Crash 4. Thing. Dude, we're not going to get Tony Hawk 3 and 4. I want my Anthony Hawk, man.
Well, here's the thing.
Toys for Bob and shit.
Yeah, they posted something I remember reading, and it's like, it's the wall of like, you know how it's like some studio has the wall of like the book and like the disc?
Yeah.
So they posted that, and then like, oh, guess name, can you match the name to like the game? And then it had a question mark one, and they like teased like, oh, that's the new one coming or something like that.
And he's supposed to be Sly Raccoon, and then it turns out to be
Crash Bash-esque thing or Spyro 4. People were guessing.
Another Spyro would be fun. I would honestly, growing up, I didn't play Crash, and I really didn't play Spyro. I had one Spyro game. No, I had a PS... I've told the story before. I had a PS1 in my house. I don't know what the hell happened to it. And when I asked my parents about it, they're like, it's probably in the basement. And I'm like, I've looked. What happened to that PlayStation? Whose PlayStation? What? Like, dude, it feels like a fever dream. But I remember playing a Buzz Lightyear game and Spyro.
Right.
And if they rebooted Spyro and like... I'm gonna say it, Kyle. You're not allowed to get upset with me, pal. I'm gonna say it. If you need to cover your ears, you cover your ears, Papa.
What are you gonna say?
Are you ready? Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1. I liked Skylanders.
Okay.
That's it. I like Skylanders.
I did too, and I bought them, and then I gave them to you for your brother.
I thank you, but actually one of the nicest things anyone has ever done for me. My brother was very little, and my favorite Skylander was Thumpback. He was a giant, and he was a whale, and he was very little, but he knew I loved it, and for my birthday, he gave me his Skylander.
Nice.
And I don't have him with me, and it hurts me. Next time I go home, I have to get it because he's going on the shelf. Because it is, dude. Like when a 7-year-old does something like that for you, you know how much that they realize that. That's one of the nicest things anybody's ever done for me. But like I like Skylanders. I thought Skylanders was really cool. I like the idea of collecting toys. I like toys. I like video games. I remember the Christmas where my brother got that. I played with him for hours playing Skylanders, and I remember just being like, "This is the most fun I've had in a very long time with a game." I like Skylanders. I know everybody was shitting on Skylanders saying, "Oh, this killed Spyro." It was fun. I enjoyed it. Have you played the new Saints Row?
I have.
What do you think? Because I have yet to see a good thing.
I don't think it's bad. Like for me, a couple of bugs here or there, but it's not like it runs fine. It looks fine. Like I was getting more Saints Row 1 and 2 vibes from it.
Yeah.
Like because it felt like down to earth goofiness sometimes, but it wasn't like I'm the president or I have superpowers and aliens are invading. It felt like, I want to start a gang because we got screwed over by these other idiots. So let's start a gang and make money.
The only thing I've heard about it is like, it's like Twitter humor. Like it's trying really hard to be Twitter humor. Like one guy has like a waffle tattoo for no reason. And they talk about like student loans.
The one guy who doesn't wear a shirt because that's his shtick. And they always yell at him for like, are you going to put a shirt on? Is like a big baker. Like he bakes and cooks. So he has like a whole food tattoo.
Bakes and cooks?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
okay,
you remember when we saw the trailer and everybody was like, it's going to be woke, look at these woke characters? Like, playing through them, like, they don't feel anywhere near that. Like, the chick is, like, really into cars and, like, working on cars and, like, art and stuff like that. And she's just, like...
How many of them go by they, them pronouns?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Any of them.
Because I'm honestly surprised if none of them do from everything I heard. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying that. Like I said earlier, nothing wrong with that. I'm just curious. Because when you add something like that to a game, it's either really well intended or pandering. And you can do both. And you can do the thing where it's really well intended. Like Celeste. Celeste, she's a trans character. Done super well. You know what I mean? Like, even Lev from The Last of Us, I'll give you, is done kind of well. Sorry if that's a spoiler. To me, it's... I don't know. Everybody already has their opinion on that game. So, like, I think it's done well, Lev.
Right.
It doesn't feel like, look at this character. We're good people. You know what I mean?
I don't notice it, so I don't... It's just like, oh, they're talking to each other and they're using their names, so I don't really, like...
Yeah. I'm just curious. Just,
I will say I only know 2 songs off the radio.
Oh?
And there are 2 rap songs.
Which ones? Only 2?
Sound of the Police, and I forgot the one that's like, Up in Here.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind?
Yeah.
Up in Here?
Yeah.
Up in Here?
That's the only 2 songs I know off all the radio stations.
Really? And the rap songs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Look at you, Kyle.
I don't know. It just... I was playing it and I was just like... feeling like old kind of Saints Row 2 vibe from it in a way.
I played Saints 2. I never really played. Olive let me borrow. Was it Olive or Alex? One of them let me borrow Saints 3 for the 360, but I never really got into it. Saints 4 I never touched, and everything after that, Gat Out of Hell, that one like Overwatch meets Saints Row game that they came out with that nobody remembers but me apparently.
Agents of
never
S.H.I.E.L.D.
touched it.
Or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., whatever it was called. Find a 360 disc and you can play it on your Xbox.
Yo, valid. I didn't think of that.
It's backwards. Both Saints Row 1 and 2 are backwards on Xbox.
When I go home, maybe I'll pick through all my 360 games. Because I have a bunch of 360 games. Like, I only brought 2 of them with me, and it's Arkham City, which I bought... Because I brought my favorites with me. Like, I have Bully on the Wii. I just re-got a Wii a few weeks ago. You know what I mean? Right. I had that game like 4 times, and I don't have it on the 360. So, like, I have Bully on the Wii, Red Dead Redemption 1 on the 360 and Arkham City on the 360, but I'll never play Arkham City on the 360 because I have it for the 4.
Right. I actually just started Arkham Knight just because I wanted to play the DLCs, and then I realized that I guess I may have deleted my save, so I have to start over again.
RIP.
So.
I see.
Yeah. When are you getting Destroy All Humans too?
Kyle, thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to get it last week, which is a story I'm going to tell at the end of the show. I wound up going to IKEA, so I spent way too much money. I actually found this store that reminded me of Alex. It's like this goth punk alt store, really cool. And then I bought 2 t-shirts there. I bought a Kill Bill shirt with like Uma Thurman with a sword. It's super dope. And then a shirt of the poster of Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, like the original from, I think it's the 80s version. I could be wrong by looking at the Godzilla on the shirt. I have to look at it again. If it's not the one from like 70, 60, 70 something, it's the one from the 80s and the 90s when it came back for the second era, the Showa era, the Heisei era of Godzilla. I like the Showa era a lot. So I bought that. I ate well over the weekend. It was a whole trip. I had to go back to, it was a thing. So I wanted to get it, and then I had to pay a bunch of things and be an adult a little bit, just a tiny bit after all that fun I had. I bought some pants. They're brown. You'd love them. But I had to do some shit, but I really was planning on getting it. I still have to buy the parts for the camera that I got recently from my friend. So what I'd like to do is the next time I get paid, buy Destroy All Humans 2, buy the parts for my camera, and I have a couple other things that I want to get for myself. But I watched a streamer pretty much get to Japan, and it's exactly how I remember it. And I wasn't even upset that I was watching it. I was just like, oh, this looks fun.
Yeah, Alex came over and we were playing through a co-op.
Nice.
But it was like some spots were like, okay, that's a little bit different. Like the Bay City area where you first initially land your saucer is a little bit different how we remember it.
And I brought my PS2 with me, and I only have a few PS2 games. One of them is the Family Guy game. Because I got a PS3 and then got the PS2 later on because I never had one. And someone gave me a Street Fighter game for PS2, and I later looked it up just on a whim, and it's like a $60 game still. And this kid just gave it to me.
You should look up that Family Guy game.
You think it's worth something?
The Futurama game is probably very hard to find, so I wouldn't.
Dude, I saw a copy of it the other day, and they wanted $60.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, but I have the Family Guy one. I have Destroy All Humans 2. I played the shit out of Destroy All Humans. Mm-hmm. So, I just want to be the Jack Nicholas alien. That's it. And I was watching it, and so much of it looks the same and feels the same, but isn't. Bay Area, Bay City, whatever it's called. I'm looking at it going, there's way too much graffiti here. The draw distance is way too far. But hearing Arc Voodoo again feels great. Yeah, and I really hope they do Path of the Furon next or whatever the third one is. Because I don't think anybody played that.
I do, but I also hope they kind of make their own next.
I hope they do just an upscale of texture. Not a total remake like they did, but hey, if you're curious of the third one, here's the third one, but we got a new one coming out. Because there's...
Passive Furon feels like everything from 2 and whatever was just thrown away and never brought up.
Well, what's the multiplayer game that came out?
I don't know, because I got that.
Because there's just a Destroy All Human multiplayer game that no one talked about.
I think it might just be...
What?
It's called Clone Carnage.
Oh, they said Clown Carnage. There's honk honk. What are you talking? I work with someone who's very much into clowns, Kyle.
Right.
Very much let me get close to the camera. Very much into clowns. And by proxy, I've been learning about clowns. This is not the life I thought I'd be living at almost 26, Kyle. I'm learning about clowns, Papa. Honk honk activity. Sorry. Please continue.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I know the one DLC is not out yet, and that's challenges. So I'm not sure if this is out as well. Because this standalone comes with 4 modes, 6 maps, and up to 4-player multi... Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3.
Like, it just came out, and I remember seeing a tweet that was like, did Destroy All Humans come out? It's like, no, just this banger multiplayer game that they dropped out of nowhere.
I think the multiplayer is built in to console versions.
I see.
Because there is a multiplayer thing that's like co-op campaign, PK tennis, and then something else.
Good shit.
But it says up to 4-player co-op, so that would explain the 2-player co-op. I'm not sure, but it's good. It's good. I enjoyed it.
It's $40.
Yeah.
Kyle, I haven't bought really a game this year, I've noticed. It is September. I don't think I've bought a game this year.
Well,
isn't that crazy?
Not yet.
What do you mean?
December is God of War.
I don't think I'm going to buy it.
Really?
I don't think I'm going to... Not that we did a Kyle and Vince likes on God of War. You know how much I love God of War.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get it just because I don't have a 5. If I had a 5, I'd get it. But, dude, my PlayStation's going to go on. You know what I mean? Like,
have you opened your PlayStation? The clean.
I haven't opened my PlayStation.
I would recommend that.
Kyle, I have a base PS4.
I do too. I have my PS4. I fully cleaned, and I give it to Alex to use because his PS4 Pro runs very loud, and I even cleaned that out, and it still runs games loud. We play the same games, and he uses my PS4, and it's quiet.
Is he playing GTA? I want to play GTA. I messaged him to play GTA. I never got back to me.
I think he's waiting to play it. I didn't realize that as well. He just told me that like a couple days ago. That they said goodbye. Like, hey, we're saying goodbye to GTA Online.
Yeah, what? I couldn't find... Did you watch that when I did that?
I never knew. I mean, I watched you say that, but like...
Yeah,
I was like, oh, he just doesn't want to play GTA, or GTA's done kind of with... But I didn't know it was like official... Like, you know, I didn't see anything pop up from like any of my news sources on Twitter being like, GTA Online is, you know, like Rockstar say goodbye to GTA Online, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, no, I saw either Complex or WorldStar post it, and I remember I'm pretty sure I cut it out because it's just me sitting in front of the camera for like 5 minutes scrolling through their Instagram feed, and it was only like a day or two ago, and I couldn't find. Dude, I went on the GTA Online website. I went on GTA 5. It said nothing. It said nothing about it. So I don't know if they're going to end it. You would think they'd end it with a big celebration.
But I also think they're not going to end it because it's going to be like 2 to 3 years before GTA 6 comes out.
I think it's going to be 5 years before GTA 6 comes out. I think we're not going to see anything.
We're going to get a trailer next
year.
We'll get like a little something.
But yeah, we'll get like a Stevie Wonder song like we did with 5, and the chick in 6, and she's going to be like, living in Vice City's never been easy. Like some shit like that.
I don't know. It's weird to have them kind of say goodbye to their money-making thing when nothing else is kind of getting released from them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bully 2.
Sure. But,
Bully 2. Doon, 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 doon. Like, just Bully 2. Bully 2. Bully 2.
We'll see.
Bully 2. You know what's wild? If you really sit there and, like, look at Rockstar games from, like, it's just Heat, dude. It's just Heat. Like, up until 5, it's all Heat. Like, it's three Vice City, San Andreas, Bully, Red Dead 1, GTA 4, GTA 5. That is an incredible run of games.
LA Noire.
LA Noire is in there. Manhunt is in there. That is an incredible... Like, they fell from grace hard, dude. Yeah. Hard. That's another one of the only games that I have on PS2. And somebody gave it to me. I didn't even buy it. Kyle, can you at home tell that Kyle and I haven't had a nice conversation in a while?
Yeah.
Kyle, a friend of mine wants to play Fall Guys, so boot that bad bitch up. Because we want to play Fall Guys, because they were telling me that they love it, and that it's one of the people I play Minecraft with.
Okay.
And they were like, "Did you ever play it?" I was like, "I love Fall Guys." I was like, "Kyle and I both love Fall Guys." We did a whole podcast episode together.
It's been a while, but yeah. It's
been a while. Yeah. So I don't know. Nothing was said. Just don't be surprised if I'm like, "Yo, Fall Guys time, baby."
I can download in like 1 minute for me.
Yeah? Oh, you got that big boy internet now. I forgot.
Got my 800 megabyte download speed.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Say what they want about you. Ugh. Kyle, I don't care what anybody says about you. Whenever they start talking shit, I'm like, yeah, but he's got an 800 megabyte download speed. Kyle, I think we should get into the lore quick.
Yes.
I think that's all the things that we wanted to talk about. Let me just double check these notes, baby. FLOBOTOMITE. Yeah. Oh, no, let's just talk about this real quick. Let's actually talk about some Fallout shit. Hi, if you're playing 76, the Pitt is now out. I haven't played it. I've heard good things. Retrowave Dave on Twitter, I have. Retrowave Dave on Twitter said he was upset with it because of little things. There's really not that much to do there from what I understand, but it feels like the Pit. Like it feels like Fallout 3. And that's all that really matters to me at this point, is that they still have the ability to capture that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that to me, like I was having this conversation at work because somebody asked me why I like 3 over New Vegas. And I was like, the game feel. Like just the universe of 3 makes me feel like I'm there. Like it feels like a believable world. I'm not saying New Vegas doesn't. New Vegas is a little over the top for me. Maybe if I go to Vegas actually next year, which Kyle, you're coming. If you're comfortable with it. I know how planes are for you, and I apologize, but I think you should do this. It would be super dope if we went together. We can say hello to people and shake hands and listen to... Dude, imagine listening to Big Iron in the desert. Imagine listening to Big Iron in the desert. Anyway, like, I prefer the way that 3 feels, and when I do things like go to the Pit, maybe just because I lived in Pennsylvania for most of my life, it feels real to me. And that's what matters, because I feel like so much of Fallout 4 was just, here is an updated version of this thing, and it's shiny, and it's new, and it has a feel to it that's very distinctly it. It's not bad, but it feels like Fallout 4. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you, Kyle?
Yeah.
Like, play 3, play New Vegas, play 4, play 76. Out of those 4 games, 76 feels like it's trying 76 different things. You know what I mean? Like, Fallout 4 has its own feel. So does Fallout 3. And that's what I love about 3. And if they can kind of capture that, I haven't completely lost faith in them yet. Because it shows that there's still an inkling there of something. You know what I mean? Like, I played through the Pit on stream, and it's not the best DLC. It's fun. I found like 96 or 97 ingots or 94, whatever. I love the Pit. But it's one of those that's just like... I want to see... I'm very, very curious about it. I'm super curious. I can't get through 76 enough to play it, because I just can't play 76. If I could play that by myself without having to pay for a private server, I'd give it a shot. Genuinely, I'd give it a shot. I can sit in this world and play. All the survival stuff seems fine. But this game also came out 5 years ago, and I'm still complaining about it. And the lore, like, I'm going to let you guys know this right now. Sound the alarms. The alarms are sounding. Gross. I'm going to bitch about Fallout 4 a little bit in our lore segment. So, before I get to the lore, that's a 10 out of 10 segue. Way to ruin it by announcing it. Way to break that fourth wall, asshole. Before we get into the lore, I need to thank the Patreon. Thank you so much for being a patron. Because of you, I can afford to keep Kyle's cage clean and keep his water bottle filled and a nice dish of food for him every single day. Who's a good papa? Who's a good papa? Starting from the top. We have to thank the OG Noah. Thank you, Noah. After Noah, we have to thank Danny. Thank you, Danny. After Danny, it's Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. After Marcus, it is TP. Thank you, TP. Because of you fine folks, like I said, we can keep Kyle in the finest of silks, dripping in diamonds. Kyle, how's that fourth Rolls Royce going for you? Or should I have gotten you the Land Rover, the Range Rover, excuse me.
I crashed it already.
You God. Well, looks like I gotta... You know, I'm just gonna buy you the Lambo.
It was hard to drive
How about
without
that?
Hands.
Oh, you were the cookie, that's right. Anyway, let's get into today's lore. I usually ask a question in the Discord. Today, or this week I should say, I just asked, what do you guys want to hear? Star gave me a really great recommendation, but it's more of a third segment type thing. It's something that I'd want to I'd want to like sit down and write something for, and I didn't have time to do that, but I will keep it in my back pocket. Thank God I didn't do it this episode, because Kyle and I talked to each other for 50 minutes. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. But, I just said, what do you want to hear? And Red hit me, in again, lore question, and Red just said, hey, what's up with the submarine? There was one or two other suggestions, but this one stuck out to me because somebody, I'm pretty sure, suggested the Yangtze before. Red goes, what's up with the submarine from 4? And I was like, I could do the submarine from 4. I can look it up real quick. So, if you'd like to hear any lore, and I mean any lore whatsoever, make sure you're in the Discord, because once a week I will ask a question, and the first person to get the question right, or just suggest something that tickles my fancy, gets to pick lore for the week. This week's lore is on the Yangtze submarine, and is brought to you by way of Red Conquer in the Discord. Again, the Yangtze submarine from Fallout 4. The Yangtze 31 is the Chinese People's Liberation Army's navy. What a mouthful. Nuclear-powered submarine. It is in the shallow waters of the Boston Harbor. Its captain, Captain Zhao, Z-A-O, Zhao. Its Captain Zhao was the captain of the Yangtze 31 in 2077, and on the day of the Great War, he had 6 warheads pointed at certain locations inside of the U.S., 5 of them went off successfully. After the nukes were launched, a mine was detonated and it damaged the submarine. This turned Captain Zhao into a ghoul, and the rest of the crew as well was ghoulified. He's the only one that is not feral. He's the only one that kept any semblance of sanity. There's some notable loot. I get all of my lore off of fallout.fandom.com. Some notable loot. There's a submariner uniform, which is Zhao's. His sword as well, a Chinese officer uniform, 2 fusion cores, a quantum, a stealth boy, submariner hat. There's a warhead that you can grab, and a hazmat suit. There's a quest that you can find either from Kowalski, or if you swim up to the submarine, it's called Here There Be Monsters. Just some notes and some fun facts for you real quick, baby girl. Approximately 30 former crew members can be found both alive and dead throughout the submarine. Some are skeletons strewn throughout the ship, and some have been transformed into ferals. In the infirmary, there's actually an American skeleton found chained up to one of the beds, and there is a bone saw next to him. If you complete the quest, you can hear from Travis on the radio that people have seen a submarine going out to sea. However, the Yangtze doesn't actually move from its original position. So you can use console commands to show every single location on the map. And even if you do this to show every single location, it still does not show the Yangtze. There's some fun things that your companions will say when they see the ship, when they get on the ship, when they see things. Kate has one after placing the warhead in position. She sighs and says, I hope you know what you're doing. Dance will see the engine room and go, I'm astounded that this vessel's nuclear power plant is still viable. I'd love to not have to swim out of here, so maybe don't touch anything. Nick Valentine, seeing the bridge, says, well, it certainly is in better shape than I expected. Thank God. Piper Best Girl sees the warhead being placed and says, you know, it's kind of soothing once you go a little deaf. So a little behind the scenes before we get out of here. Not a ton here, but hey, Fallout 4 doesn't have a ton. While the Yangtze is a Chinese submarine and named by a Chinese crew, her interior bears no Chinese character, or Hanzi, whatsoever. Warning signs are written in English, and the onboard terminals all use the Robco Industry Unified Operating System. So pretty much everything on the ship is in English. There's not Chinese sugar bombs. There's not Chinese Nuka-Cola. Like, it's just use the same bottle. Make it knockoffs. Mr. Sparkle, like, do something. Nope, everything's in English, because this game needed 2 more years of development. Yangtze is the longest river in both Asia and China. However, in real life, the term Yangtze is relatively unused in modern Chinese, apart from the river. Chinese speakers would usually use this much more popular term, Changjiang. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. While Westerners use Yangtze, in addition, Yangtze would also have been spelled differently, since this is a romanized spelling. Neat. On screen behind me should be pictures of Captain Zhao, some of maybe the interior, because I like submarines. I like things. I like lighthouses and ships and things a lot. It's neat. It's neat to know that there is still some sort of a vehicle working. In Fallout 2, there is the Corvega that works. There is also stuff like the concept art for Corvegas that were cut in half to make Brahmin carts, which I think is very interesting. Vertibirds, the PMV Valdez. There are vehicles that work. I would even wager to bet that the power armor itself is a vehicle. I'd like to see more. I wish that some of it was in Chinese. I don't think it's very hard to switch around a couple of, signs. They probably have fonts made that go to the font guy and go, hey, do this. But, hey, what do I know? I just bitch about video games on the internet. That, my friends, is LOL. Hey, Papa.
Hello.
Can I ask you a question, Kyle?
Sure.
Have you hit the point of adulthood where you like furniture a lot?
Yes, I have for a while now.
Okay. I love furniture. I love it, dude. I love it. So I don't have a kitchen table because my place is kind of small, which I'm cool with. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, I'm happy that I have a place to stay. And I'm safe and secure. But I love IKEA, Kyle. Have you ever been to an IKEA?
No.
Oh my god, it's a magical place. So it's like a 1.5 mile walk. So you get your steps in for the day, right? Went on my rest day, still got my steps in. I did like 13,000 steps. And you just walk through a showroom of pre-built furniture. And I think my favorite room, genuinely, is the chair and couch room because you just get to sit on everything. You just sit on everything. There was a chair there for $110. And I sat there and genuinely thought, I'm going to buy this chair. I'm going to buy this chair. I didn't come here for this chair. It was ergonomic. It was a beautiful color. It came in black and red and the Schneebenbuben, the Huskerdusken, the Fnigglefart. Right?
Yeah.
Something along those lines. So I went there and I'm looking for just a table. And I found some small ones. I didn't want anything crazy. Maybe I have a lady come over or somebody, a friend. We can sit down and play cards. Because the way I kind of have everything set up is streamlined. But I can pull the table out. There's a chair on one side, chair on the other side. We can hang out, play cards, have a meal together, talk, do my taxes, fill out my divorce reports. Adult shit. And I was going to buy chairs, but what I wound up doing is I bought this table. $50, beautiful chair, beautiful table, black, matches my entertainment system, which is all IKEA, matches my futon, which is black, matches pretty much my bed frame is IKEA, that's also black, my desk is black. I like black furniture. I like furniture. I like furniture. I like furniture. I don't know when this happened to me. I'm sitting there in IKEA looking at furniture going, I should have became an architect. I should have become an architect just so I could create furniture. Look how nice this chair is. Look at this chair. Kyle, you know that meme? My trinkets. I need another box for my trinkets. That's what I thought. I was going in there going, I need another chair. I need another chair. I need another end table so I can put on some trinkets. Some trinkets. My chairs. My chairs and my trinkets. Charlie, I love kids. Like I did the whole time I'm walking through there. And then Kyle, this bottle here, I know you can't see it, but the fine folks at home can see it. This bottle, the new not wine bottle, as I'm going to dub it. Kyle, the other wine bottle that I had, that green one that I had for like 100 episodes of me doing the not wine meme.
Yeah.
Broke.
Wow.
I didn't drop this one. This one froze. How does a bottle freeze in the refrigerator? That's not where the frozen goes. This bottle, $4.99 at IKEA. I bought a jar for legal reasons. And definitely not pony reasons, but I bought a jar, $2.99. I bought a clock for my kitchen, $9.99. I bought one of those microwave covers for my microwave when I heat food up, $2.99. I bought a thing. I don't know what happened to it. I bought a little clock to put on my desk. I don't know what happened to it. It's gone. I went with a friend, right? With a home person. I don't know what happened to this little clock. I was upset about it. So we go to IKEA and have a marvelous time. And I wanted to eat at IKEA, but we said, no, another time. We'll be back. I bought 4 stools, though, Kyle. This is where I fucked up. I bought 4 stools. I got home really late. I put the table together. I put the stools together. And then I looked at the stools and I went, I bought too many stools. I don't have enough people coming over here to justify this many stools. They're beautiful. They're green. I thought it was a little pop of color. It was nice. Stands out. Right?
Yeah.
So I have to... And then my friend, we go to the store that I was telling you about that reminded me of Alex. Kyle, I almost bought a bowling shirt. You remember Spy Fox 3? Do you remember Spy Fox 3, big fella? You know how it begins at a bowling alley and Spy Fox has to wear a green bowling shirt? Mm-hmm. Almost bought the exact same shirt on the spot, son. Because I was like, this is my shirt. This is a childhood memory of mine.
Right.
Almost bought it. Didn't. Bought 2 T-shirts. This store was cool. This guy gave me a whole history lesson on Doc Martens. I went to this cheesesteak place that my buddy raves about. It's fine. He says it's the best cheesesteak outside of Philly. It's fine. Seriously, it's okay. I'm not complaining. I think it was a little pricey. I got a Liquid Death. Kyle, you ever drink Liquid Death?
No.
Liquid Death slaps. I have nothing bad to say about them. I want Liquid Death to sponsor the show. Liquid Death, if you see this, please sponsor Atomic Radio Hour. Just send me cases of water and I will praise your good name. I know you people do good. I love your product. I love the death to thirst. I love that it's in a can. It's recyclable. I am giving you free PR right now. Send me some cases, big fella. Be the first sponsor of Atomic Radio Hour. That's all you got to do. I chug water like a fiend, baby. Anyway, drank an LD, having a good time. Homeless in Denver tried talking to me. You know what I did, Kyle? I walked away. I didn't disrespect him, but he looked like he was on drugs.
Right.
And I get it. It's a sickness. I get that. I'm not playing down the homeless. Turns out that today at work we were talking about the homeless. The proper workplace PC way to say homeless is transient. And I argued, how about we say nomadic people? And they laughed, but they said no. So, you know, I'm in thing, and my friend goes, this is what I wanted to do. Kyle, I don't know how you feel about flowers. You like flowers? I know you have a little bit of a green thumb, right?
I do.
I like flowers. There's nothing wrong with a nice flower. My problem with flowers is that they die. That's why I think it's such a nice representation of love. It's a classic representation of showing that you love somebody. Because much like your love for that person, those flowers are going to die.
Or unless you buy a succulent, which they'll grow incredibly big that you have to move it outside.
Kyle, see, I like where your head's at because you're constantly thinking of the future. Did you know that Lego does Lego flowers?
Yes, yep.
Okay, so I haven't built them yet, but I wanted the roses. I wanted a half dozen roses. I was going to put them in this vase. I bought a vase, $2.99 at IKEA. Love it, right? I don't know if it's glass. I don't know if it's plastic. I don't really give a goddamn. Bought a vase. Beautiful shape. Almost looks like a bong with a wide mouth. 10 out of 10.
A vase?
Would buy again. Whatever. A vase. And I couldn't find roses. I couldn't find the roses. I found tulips, which is fine. I got a half dozen tulips, but I want some either sunflowers or roses. So I go to the Lego store. Kyle, have you been to a Lego store in the past 6 months?
No.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they have passports that you can buy, or they give you them, that every time you go to other Lego stores, they stamp it.
Interesting.
How dope is that?
That's pretty cool.
How dope is that? So I go to the Lego store, right? And I'm in the Lego store and I'm talking to the guy. This dude's walking around with Thor's Lego hammer. And I'm like, dude, look at this. Look at the globe. Look at this. And I'm not even looking at the kid shit. They don't even give a damn about the kid shit anymore, Kyle. It's all just adult sets.
Yeah.
It's all adult sets.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what makes the money now. They're playing into it. You want Lego Batman? Get the fuck out of here and go to Target. You want the fucking globe? You want Elvis? You want Batman? Like the poster of him? You want Kyle, they have an Adidas shoe.
That's cool.
An Adidas shoe. But Kyle, it comes in a shoebox.
That's really
cool.
And
that's not even the best part. The best part is the dude told me they give you certain plates for the feet so you can make a left or a right shoe because it's only one and it's supposed to show off like this is the history of Adidas. And it comes in a shoebox and it has laces.
That's cool.
And it costs the same amount as a pair of these shoes, but this is a plastic shoe that I'm going to put on my shelf and I can't wear. They have a Ferris wheel. They had, Kyle, okay, so here, the one mall that I went to, there is 10 of these machines in the U.S. And you go to the counter and you pay $11.99, right? You pay $12 and change with the tax.
Okay.
I think Colorado sales tax is like 8% or 0.8%, right? Right?
Right.
You go and you get this little box, and you go to the computer, and you beep boop bop boop boop beep boop boop bop, and you hit a button, and when you hit the fucking button, when you're done, it gives you your own custom minifig.
Oh, that's cool.
With a shirt printed, pants printed, hat, glasses, whatever you want, your miniature figurine has it on there. And then when you're done, you go to the little fucking thing and you pick out, oh, I want to give him a bomb. I want to give him this. Kyle, do you understand that Lego is giving out, they have an OC machine, Kyle.
I have done that because I went to a Lego store in Disney World. So I had I picked out a character, and I think I had a Scarecrow hat that I wanted, and they put it in a little container.
And it comes on a base. When we got there.
Yeah.
Please.
No,
please.
There's 2 sets that I really wanted, and one was the typewriter, and then the Vincent Van Gogh painting, Starry Night.
Yes.
Because Sam's dad he just buys Lego sets. He'll buy Lego sets.
That seems like a very him thing to do.
But you can bleep names out, but their son.
Yes.
He builds them. He's 4 years old and he builds Legos by himself.
Good for him.
And he's just Bill will just constantly buy all these Lego sets for him, and Bill will just make his own stuff like that. Yeah.
Kyle, I'm telling you, dude, if you get to a place with a Lego store, dude, go in. The guy talked to me for 30 minutes about sets. They have an Atari now.
Yeah.
I had such a good time. I had such a great time. Then we drove home from Denver, right? So this goth alt store, my friend bought a pair of boots there. And then we get back to my place, and they're helping me bring all my furniture in, and they're like, I got to try my boots on. I got to wear them. I'm so excited. Put these boots on. One boot is a different size from the other boot, so they're like, I have to go to Denver tomorrow and change this. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to return these chairs. I'll return these chairs, whatever. I bought 4, I only need 2, I'll return them. So we went back the next day and spent all day there again. And I was very upset. But I had a good time. We went back to IKEA. We walked around again. That time we got the little meatballs, Kyle. Mm-hmm. The little meatballs, my trinkets, Kyle. It was cool. I had a fun weekend. I'm tapped though. I'm tired. I haven't shaved my head. I'm just, I'm cruising. I'm chilling. I'm killing. Bob Dylan, willin', styling, profiling. Kyle, do you have anything you want to say before we get out of here? I just want to tell the story real quick.
I think I don't have anything else.
Thank you for joining us. The intro music is by the one and only Shane Ivers. Silvermansounds.com/free music for all of his heaters /feather duster at the end of that, and you get the intro song. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to the Patreon once again for the support. Shout out to the Redbubble. You can support the show in a smaller monetary way. Links to the Discord to join for the lore question. Just hang out with the community. There's also a link to my Twitter, Kyle's Twitter, the show's Twitter. Come hang out, baby girl. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're going to the Lego store. I hope you are getting it in where you fit in, big fella. I will see you all next week. I love you very much. Bye, Kyle.
Bye, me.
Thank you, sir.
Atomic Radio Hour Podcast. A Ghoulman Entertainment production.